Hey everybody, today I'm going to be giving you guys a persuasive speech to prove to you that Led Zeppelin is the greatest band of all time. So to start off with, I wanted to take a look at all of the members. So now 3 of the members out of the 4, that being the singer Robert Plant, the guitarist Jimmy Page, and the drummer John Bonham, they were all self-taught. And so no one ever showed them how to play their instruments, how to play guitar, how to play the drums, or how to sing. They completely learned by themselves. And so to learn your instrument completely self-taught by yourself and become one of the most widely celebrated artists, not even just in general, but specifically of your field, is just so impressive that it can't be understated. And the 4th member of the band, John Paul Jones, the bassist/keyboardist, not to be left out, he was not self-taught. However, he was still a virtuoso in his own right, because he could play not 1, not 2, but 22 instruments. Now, most people can't even play a single instrument, so to be able to play over 20 is insanity. This guy was skilled beyond belief. So now, I want to take a look at their recording style, which is something that really sets them apart from many other music acts, especially many today. So what they did is they recorded everything in a single segment, meaning all 4 of them got together in the studio, and then they played the song, recorded it, and then that went on the album. Now that sounds kind of obvious, but most bands back then and nowadays, what they do is they cut out some unwanted parts, some fumbles, they cut them out, they edit in a better version, or they record each of their parts separately. They record the guitar and the drums and the singing separately. But they didn't do that. They all got together, recorded all their parts simultaneously, no cuts, no edits. They played it, and that's what went on the album. So to have something that's so pristine, that just goes on the album, really shows how skilled all 4 of them were. And it's really just amazing. Now, another thing that shows how versatile they were as musicians were the genres they played. Now, you might know them specifically as a hard rock outfit, which is true. However, they many times mixed many other genres in with that hard rock, including Eastern, funk, reggae, folk rock. They did so many genres that I really think not only encouraged future artists to experiment, but also brought these different genres more to the forefront and helped more people in general appreciate all these different types of music, which I think is amazing. Now, another thing that's amazing is they have the most sampled drum beat of all time, that being the drum beat of When the Levee Breaks. Now, it has been sampled countless times, but some of the more notable names that have sampled this include Eminem, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Dr. Dre, among others. Now, that to have a drum beat that single-handedly sort of conquers the entire hip-hop rap genre is just really amazing in my perspective. Now, I would like to talk about the elephant in the room. Now, most people, when they think of the greatest band of all time, they think of the Beatles. Now, the Beatles, they're all right. But I would like to prove to you right now why you should be thinking of Led Zeppelin. So most of the records that the Beatles set during their career were broken by Led Zeppelin. Okay, the record for attendance at a concert that was set by the Beatles, they had around 55,000 as their record. Led Zeppelin beat it pretty quickly after the release of their debut album with around 57 album. At one point near the end of their career, they had around 200,000 people at one concert. That is insane. Okay, another one of the records that they broke from the Beatles was that of how many records they had on the Billboard Top Hot 100. Now, most bands are lucky to get an album on the Billboard Hot 100 once, but Led Zeppelin, they got 6 of their albums at once at the top of the Billboard Hot 100. That was the most that anybody had ever got simultaneously. They also beat the Beatles on how quickly one of their records got to the top of the Billboard Hot 100. In under 2 weeks, the record came out and topped the charts, which, again, is still impressive to this day, but also better than the Beatles. So now I want to go on to talk about who they've influenced. Now, obviously, they've influenced pretty much every rock act since then, including people like Aerosmith, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Queen, but they've also influenced people that you might not think about, like Duran Duran and Tina Turner, as well as Madonna. They've influenced so many people, and I think that proves that they are just so skilled and versatile to be able to speak to pretty much everyone. It's just amazing. They also have the 11th best-selling album in the world, that being their 4th album, which is the one with Stairway to Heaven on it, if you're unfamiliar. So all these things combined, I think, really proves that Led Zeppelin is just the greatest of all time. Okay, there was nothing they couldn't do. There was nothing they didn't do. They topped all the charts. They got all the records. They sold all the music. And even to this day, they are, without question, even if you don't like them too much, the hard rock outfit from the 70s and one of the most influential bands